right, good evening everyone. This is Daniel from Tradecraft 360. This is the last video for this evening, and I thought I'd detail a new position, a medium-term position that I put on Tesla, and let me break that down. So obviously with the sell-off today on Tesla, I elected to initiate a position, and I went forward with TSLL. That's the 2 times levered long of underlying Tesla, and that's exactly what it offers. So it rebalances daily, provides you twice the percentage price movement of the underlying, and obviously the consequence of that is beta decay or geometric decay or whatever you would like to call it. So these products do decay over time just because of the up and down movement or the volatile movement. It does erode the value of the underlying, so I'm very much aware of that. But I chose this because I am bullish on Tesla. I do think that there is, from now until past the election and into December, plenty of opportunity for Tesla to move much higher. And don't know that to a certainty, but I felt that the risk reward was there. And maybe I'm a bit early, and that's okay. This is my starter position. I have plans to purchase likely another 7,500 shares, so we'll see what happens tomorrow with the non-farm payroll. So immediately after purchasing the initial 5,000 shares, I married a put to that position. I chose a $12 strike, purchased for $2.65. So I have already predefined my loss to $2.65. And I have every intention of selling enough call premium from now until December to pay for that $2.65. So that's my skill set in the market, or one of my skill sets is I am a short-term trader. I do take longer-term positions. I do take medium-term positions. I do intraday trading. End of the week, I do utilize 0 day to expiration options. So I do all those things. But having that short-term focus allows you to generate the call premium needed to purchase the put. So anything that's near in time, relatively expensive as a typical rule in options. And then the further out you go, relatively less expensive. So you're selling near-term calls to pay for, or relatively expensive near-term calls to pay for relatively cheap longer-term protection. And obviously if this trade falls apart, then I predefine my loss. That's very important. Obviously no one really knows what's going to happen. The market could collapse on us. Who knows? Or not. I think that the way of the evidence is in favor of the bulls, although there's definitely some red flags, or I should say yellow flags could lead into a red flag in the market, could lead to an unwind, could lead to a sell-off. But I decided to take advantage of the Tesla sell-off today to start my position. So that's what you see here. I purchased 5,000 shares, and then it went down a little bit more, and then I purchased another 2,500 shares, and then again I married a put to that position. Again, I purchased it for $265, so I have now 7,500 shares at 1156.81, and I actually am positive on this so far. It means nothing, absolutely nothing. Tomorrow I could be down 5,000, or I could be up 5,000. Who knows? So I'm not necessarily looking at that open P&L as anything to as anything meaningful at this point. It's just not the way it works. So I did actually end up selling some covered calls against the position utilizing the 13th strike. I sold it for 3 cents and 2 cents respectively. So, you know, it's not a whole lot, but I thought I'd do it just to get the process starting. And then tomorrow, when the NFP hit prints, then depending on the initial market reaction, up or down, that's when I'll start to sell additional call premium. And my goal obviously is to cover the full 265 for the put, and try to minimize my chances of getting called away. Obviously, Tesla could have a massive up day. There's certainly key events heading into next week, the robotaxi event, earnings, etc. So a lot of interesting events, a lot of opportunity to sell call premium. I would prefer not to get called away, so I'm going to try to choose my strikes fairly carefully on this one. And yeah, hopefully this trade works itself out. If nothing else, then I've already predefined my loss with the put, and give myself into December. Obviously, November, December, statistically speaking, relatively strong months for the market. So after the uncertainty of the election is resolved, my hope would be a nice rally into the winter months. So we'll see how that turns itself out. I will let everyone go. If there's any questions that anyone has, feel free to drop comments below, and I will be providing update videos on this as well. Bear with me if I transact earlier in the week and then wait till the end of the week. It will sort of all work itself out in the update videos in terms of when and where I transacted. So, all right, excellent. So I will leave it there. I won't bore anyone else with any more details. So have a great evening, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.